On July 20th, 5:59 a.m., someone took your photo to a job office pretending to be you. The report is being processed. Archangel Michael says, at exactly 5:59 a.m. on July 20th, while the city was still quiet and most eyes remained closed in sleep, a deceitful soul walked into a job office carrying your face. Not your physical presence, no, they carried a printed photo of you, and with it, they uttered your name like it belonged to them. They answered questions meant for you, smiled your smile, and claimed an opportunity that the heavens had marked only for your steps. They knew you wouldn't be awake yet. They planned this moment because they believed it would go unnoticed. But divine eyes were watching, and Archangel Michael stood beside the clerk behind the counter, who felt something unusual in their spirit that moment but couldn't quite explain it. That photo was used not as a tribute, but as a weapon. Your light, your qualifications, your path, it was hijacked by someone who has watched your journey in silence, mimicking your every step like a shadow that longs to take your shape. But a shadow can never truly become the sun, and their plan has cracks forming already. The report is being processed. The system flagged the mismatch within hours, but it hasn't reached your name, yet. And that's where your awareness becomes urgent, because while you're going about your life, someone is brazenly walking into spaces meant for your destiny, hoping to rewrite your future as their own. Archangel Michael says, there is a pattern. This person has done this before. Their past is full of masks, each identity stolen like threads pulled from sacred garments, unraveling what doesn't belong to them. But this time, they chose you. And this time, they've gone too far. The office has your data on file, an older resume you submitted months ago, a signature you didn't even realize was still in their system. They used that small trace, paired it with the photo, and claimed your spot as if the divine wasn't watching. They don't yet realize that they stepped into a battlefield masked as an office. This is no longer just paperwork. This is spiritual theft. This is identity warfare. And yet, this moment, as terrifying as it feels, will awaken a shift in your life that was long overdue. You see, Archangel Michael is revealing that this betrayal, as painful as it sounds, was permitted to be exposed now, so your name could finally be guarded, registered, and favored with divine layers of protection. The person who attempted to impersonate you underestimated your power. They don't understand the light they tried to wear. The office staff didn't believe their tone matched your voice print, so the report was sent for further verification. But what they couldn't forge was your divine frequency. At 6:12 a.m., one of the clerks, who has always trusted their instincts, wrote a personal note and attached it to the suspicious file. Double-check this applicant, the note reads. That moment was divine intervention. Archangel Michael says, the truth is bubbling just beneath the surface. The next 72 hours will trigger strange calls, emails, or alerts related to positions you didn't apply for, or interviews you never scheduled. Be aware. Don't ignore them. Heaven is not only alerting you, it is preparing to elevate you. This interference was meant to sabotage you, but instead, it is opening a sealed envelope from heaven marked with your true destiny. There's more. The impersonator was caught on CCTV. The footage shows them nervous, unable to keep their hands from shaking. They thought walking in with a photo and confidence would be enough. But even machines could sense the dissonance between who they said they were and who you really are. Soon, the rightful employer, who had actually marked your name for consideration, is going to see that footage. And they will not only reject the impersonator, they will search for the real you. This divine rerouting is already unfolding. Behind the scenes, someone is investigating this identity theft. What started as a photo swap will soon become a legal matter. Your name will be cleared not just in the earthly sense, but spiritually, a long overdue cleansing of false attachments and imitations. A friend you haven't heard from in a while is connected to this situation. Not directly guilty, but they knew something. A strange favor was asked of them weeks ago, and they didn't question it. They've remained silent, but their silence is about to break. At exactly 3:03 p.m. today, something will make them reach for their phone. Whether it's guilt, divine pressure, or a subconscious memory surfacing, they will type your name into a message they hesitate to send. When that message arrives, don't respond in anger. Respond with discernment. Because Archangel Michael says, this is not the only copy of your photo. Floating in unexpected places. The impersonator may have tried this in more than one location, but heaven will expose every single attempt. There's a hidden blessing in this storm. This incident will trigger protocols and reviews that will actually open more doors for you. Companies will see your authenticity through the chaos. They will hear your voice in contrast to the false one. And they will choose you because of this disruption, not in spite of it. Your name will now be circulated among decision-makers who would have otherwise overlooked you. It's as if the divine has pushed you into visibility, even through the deceit of another. Let them run. Let them hide behind photos and forged documents. It won't last. The impersonator's phone is now being tracked by digital forensics due to mismatched metadata in the application logs. A tech specialist flagged inconsistencies that only divine eyes could have orchestrated. And soon, someone, perhaps a manager or executive, is going to say aloud in a meeting, "We've been looking at the wrong person. Find the real one." That phrase will spark a moment that alters the next season of your life. This moment is a spiritual crossroad. It's calling you to rise, not in fear, but in righteous confidence. You will walk into rooms soon where people will already know your name, not the impersonated version, but your real, divine identity. You'll feel eyes watching you with curiosity, respect, and a sense of déjà vu. That's because your destiny was almost stolen, but it's being returned, amplified. Archangel Michael stands beside you as this unfolds. He holds your spiritual ID in his right hand, sealed and signed by divine source. No one can duplicate it. No one can rewrite what was authored in heaven. So prepare yourself, not just to defend your truth, but to embrace a level of attention, opportunity, and divine justice you've never experienced before. This storm is your unveiling. And to the one who tried to be you, their footsteps are now marked by truth, and they will walk into their own consequences. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This message ends not with fear, but with divine authority. Your name is not just safe, it is being exalted. Archangel Michael says, "What you must understand now is this: your energy is not just powerful, it's sought after. The impersonator may have used a photograph, but they were chasing something deeper than appearance. They were after your divine frequency, your favor, your unseen glow that makes doors open even when you don't knock. This is not the first time someone has tried to copy your essence. Think back. You've seen hints, people repeating your words, adopting your style, even echoing your dreams. But this time, they took a bolder step. They tried to embody your divine assignment, and that, heaven cannot allow. Right now, somewhere between 7:30 a.m. and 8 a.m., a document is being rechecked. It holds your name, your supposed signature, and a small, suspicious difference in pen pressure and angle. A forensic handwriting analyst will soon flag that detail, and the report will stall. What seemed like a routine application is now becoming a matter of fraud. The impersonator is panicking. They're reaching out to someone older than them for help, someone who's been their guide in these schemes before. That person is trying to clean it up, but the more they touch it, the more the system responds with alerts and divine blocks. There's one person in that office who has already started connecting the dots. A woman. She noticed the shoes the impersonator wore. She remembered seeing that exact photo on your old application. She's now pulling files, her hand trembling slightly, unsure if she's allowed to dig this deep. But something keeps pushing her. It's the presence of Archangel Michael beside her, whispering, "This truth must be revealed. You must stay alert now." In the coming days, someone may reach out with a soft tone, pretending to be checking in, pretending to be interested in reconnecting with you. But beneath that sweetness is curiosity. They want to know how much you know. Do not share your suspicion with them. Silence will protect you. Let heaven do the speaking. Your photo, the one they used, was once posted casually, maybe in a forgotten profile, maybe from a group you trusted. But Archangel Michael says, that post became the opening. It was saved quietly, cropped carefully, and then delivered to someone with bad intentions. And now, as you read this, a chain of divine corrections is unfolding. Your spirit is being elevated because of this trial. You are not being buried by betrayal, you're being resurrected by revelation. The job opportunity they tried to claim, it was never meant to be theirs. And now, it is being prepared again, just for you, with additional benefits they never knew existed. The clerk will make a call before the day ends. They will dial your number. Maybe it will be a wrong number the first time, maybe voicemail the second, but eventually, the message will come through. And when it does, you'll feel a strange chill up your spine. That's not fear. That's divine recognition. Archangel Michael says, your name has been under spiritual surveillance. What they tried to take was never unguarded. You are surrounded, child. You are not exposed. You are watched over. The impersonator will soon try to disappear. But they've already left fingerprints, security footage, and digital footprints that lead right back to them. And heaven has already whispered their name into the ear of justice. This situation will turn into a divine storm of exposure, not just for the one pretending to be you, but for others connected to them who have played similar games with other people's lives. You were chosen to be the final case. After this, a door will shut in their world that will never open again. You must now walk differently. You must speak with the authority of someone whose destiny was nearly hijacked, and who reclaimed it with fire in their soul. Your story is about to be used as a warning in places you've never even walked into. Your name will carry the weight of truth. Employers, decision-makers, and even strangers will begin to associate you with authenticity. That's the gift heaven is giving you through this warfare. The impersonator's regret will not save them. The moment they walked into that job office with your face and tried to become what they never were, they sealed their spiritual judgment. But your blessings? They're accelerating. Archangel Michael says, there is a restoration wave coming. What was taken will not only be returned, but multiplied. You'll receive confirmation of this in 3 ways. 1. A delayed email will suddenly resurface, one you thought was missed. 2. A person you least expected will vouch for you publicly. 3. And a number will repeat around you, perhaps 559, perhaps 333, or a similar code. When it shows up, pay attention. It's heaven's echo. The photo they used may have been yours, but the spirit that walks with you cannot be cloned. The energy of the divine flows through your actions, your prayers, your scars, your wisdom. They can copy your resume, but they can't replicate your anointing. Your name will now move differently. You may feel uncomfortable with the sudden spotlight, but remember, this is not fame. This is divine correction being witnessed by many. Let them talk. Let them whisper about the investigation. Let them pretend to be confused. You don't owe them clarity. What you owe yourself is peace, and what you owe heaven is your willingness to rise. Archangel Michael watches over your identity like a fortress watches over a kingdom. You are not alone. You were never alone. Even now, your file is glowing in the spiritual realm, restored, sealed, favored. The divine has stamped it with an unforgeable mark, truth carrier. This betrayal was never just about a job. It was about your name, your purpose, your frequency, your future. But what was meant to steal your light only activated a fire inside you that cannot be quenched. And the person who dared to become you? They're about to be exposed in such a way that they will never try to wear someone else's light again. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. You are chosen. You are rising. The impersonator is falling. And your name is becoming sacred again. Archangel Michael says, the heavens do not sleep when a chosen one's name is under attack. The moment that photo was handed across the counter and your identity falsely spoken, an alarm was rung in the spiritual realm. A ripple was sent through the fabric of time, alerting every divine force appointed to your life that interference had been declared. You may have felt something strange that morning, a shiver, a sudden dream, an unusual silence in the air. That was not coincidence. That was your soul being notified before your mind even caught up. You felt the moment your spiritual fingerprint was touched by hands that had no right. And now, the backlash has begun. The impersonator made a critical error. In trying to copy your light, they forgot one thing. Light leaves traces only on souls it was meant to touch. Not systems, not photos, not signatures, souls. And the soul of the employer who will eventually see this application? It will feel nothing. No pull. No connection. Just silence. And that silence will speak louder than any fake reference. A call is coming, but it will not be from the person you expect. It will come from an internal affairs office, someone tasked to review the flagged inconsistencies in the documentation. They will not ask you to prove who you are. Instead, they will apologize. Their voice will tremble slightly because deep down, they know a sacred line was crossed. And when that call ends, another begins, not to you, but about you. An executive will mention your name, wondering how such a strong profile could have been so overlooked. And from that moment forward, a divine favor will start attaching itself to your records, your name, your resume, your energy. What was almost stolen will become elevated. The impersonator's panic will increase in the next 48 hours. They will attempt to delete old emails, remove posts, erase traces of their attempt. But Archangel Michael has already taken spiritual screenshots. The evidence is sealed in the divine court, and earthly justice is aligning to match it. Meanwhile, someone close to you is battling guilt. They knew this person. Maybe not intimately, but enough to question their intentions. They stayed silent because they didn't believe it would reach you. But now they're seeing the fallout. They're watching your name appear in discussions they never expected, and they're realizing this moment is bigger than just deception. It's revelation. Archangel Michael says, you are stepping into a season where what was hidden against you will now become a reason for your promotion. Your enemies thought they were disqualifying you. They didn't know they were preparing a platform that will now carry your voice, your truth, and your legacy to audiences beyond what you imagined. You are not behind. You are right on time. Let this moment activate your inner fire. Walk forward now with sharper awareness. Do not dim your light in fear that someone might misuse your energy again. Instead, own your light with divine boldness. Because now, the heavens have circled your name in gold, and no counterfeit can break through it. There's more. An unexpected twist is coming. Someone who once overlooked you, who chose another over you, is about to face the consequences of that choice. They will see your name again soon, not as a candidate, but as a standard they should have chosen long ago. And this time, you will not have to knock. They will open the door before you reach it. Archangel Michael stands guard at every door that was forged with your destiny. None shall be opened by imposters again. Be prepared, this incident will echo. Others who have seen your image used in strange places will begin to speak. Messages will come. Comments will surface. People will say, I thought I saw your name on something. But the face looked different. That's the glitch being revealed. Heaven is correcting every false insertion. Your name is now being placed in divine records, cleared of spiritual fog, free from delays. You were marked long ago for elevation, and though attempts were made to redirect that favor, none have succeeded. This is not just about a photo at a job office anymore. It is about divine territory. Archangel Michael says, you were chosen not just to recover, but to reign. Let the fear leave now. Let the confusion be replaced with clarity. Let the doubt collapse under the weight of your rising truth. They tried to walk into your purpose without earning your pain. They tried to carry your name without facing your battles. But that's not how light works. Your light was forged through trials, tears, prayers no one heard, nights no one saw. And that is why you will rise while they fall. Expect acceleration. Doors will now open rapidly. Expect restoration. Lost moments will be returned with interest. Expect exposure. Those who laughed when your name was misused will now go silent as your glow blinds their deception. And as the impersonator faces the consequences of their theft, you will walk into rooms they could never survive in. Because you don't just carry a name, you carry an assignment. An assignment no one else can complete. A face no one else can wear. A soul no one else can fake. This is the final divine warning to those who played with your identity. Heaven has intervened. And its judgment is not only swift, it's permanent. Archangel Michael's sword has cut through the falsehood. Now truth reigns. And with it, your name is no longer just safe. Your name is sacred. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Your destiny has been reclaimed. Your purpose is untouched. The photo they used has no power now. Only your truth remains. Archangel Michael says, as of this very moment, your name is echoing in realms you never entered, and your reputation is being rewritten in fire. The false path someone tried to walk in your image is collapsing brick by brick. What they forged will be erased, and what was rightfully yours will stand taller than before. That person walked into the office with fake confidence, but now they walk with trembling regret. They did not expect their betrayal to be met by divine retribution. They assumed your silence would protect them. But your silence was never fear, it was preparation. Heaven was waiting for the exact moment to strike back. As of this hour, a system has automatically generated a red flag on the impersonator's application. That red flag will trigger an audit. Their details, their documents, even their digital devices are being reviewed. A trace left in their own handwriting will lead authorities straight to them. There's no more running. But you? You're not chasing justice. Justice is chasing you to reward you. You didn't have to lift a single finger. You didn't have to scream or fight back. You stood still, and the divine surrounded you. And now, here's the truth you weren't ready for yet. This event was part of a divine awakening. Someone powerful was watching from the sidelines. A manager, director, or investor. They heard about the confusion. They watched it unfold internally. And they've now made it their mission to find the real you. Not because of sympathy, but because of reverence. They said, whoever they are, if someone went through this much effort to steal their identity, then that person must be someone extraordinary. And now? You've become unforgettable. Archangel Michael says, you will not only be contacted, you will be invited. They will make space for you where no space existed before. They will create a seat at tables you were once excluded from. And they will remember your name as the one who rose after betrayal with more light than ever. In the next few weeks, you may notice strange interactions. People looking twice at you, unsure of where they recognize you from. That's because your spiritual name is now engraved on their spirit. Whether it be through visions, conversations, or dreams, your truth has been whispering itself into rooms even when you weren't physically present. You are no longer hidden. You are divinely verified. Let this be known. The person who stole your photo believed they were stepping into a shortcut, but what they stepped into was a divine minefield. And now, they carry the weight of what they touched. A spiritual echo will follow them wherever they go, until they are forced to confess or collapse. But you will not carry the weight of this violation. You are being gifted release. Release from false attachments. Release from spiritual parasites. Release from those who only clung to you to study your light and try to replicate it. You've moved beyond imitation. You are in the season of elevation. Archangel Michael says, this experience will turn into a testimony. You will inspire others who've been violated, impersonated, ignored, or erased. You'll become a voice of boldness. You will no longer walk in rooms and lower your gaze to avoid being seen. You will walk in as proof that heaven defends its own. And soon, you'll understand why this had to happen now. Because just behind this event is an opportunity you never applied for, a divine detour you wouldn't have chosen but will be grateful for. It carries your financial breakthrough. It carries your next move. It carries your peace. You were never forgotten. The impersonator tried to place themselves on your timeline, but heaven moved the clock forward in your favor. And what they thought they took became your acceleration key. You're not reclaiming the past. You're stepping into something entirely new. Even now, Archangel Michael is erasing every digital and spiritual trace of the impersonator's attempt. Your name is being polished like gold, ready to be presented. And the job they tried to steal? It wasn't even your final destination. You were always meant for more. What comes next will feel like divine déjà vu. Conversations that feel familiar. Faces that greet you like they've known you for lifetimes. Buildings that feel like you've walked through them in dreams. That's because your destiny was paused, and is now resuming. Let your energy remain sharp. There will still be shadows that try to creep in through apologies and distractions. Do not entertain them. Let the lesson remain in your bones. You are not who they thought you were. You are not easily imitated. You are divinely protected, forever watched over, and fully sealed by purpose. Archangel Michael says, rise now. Walk forward with confidence. The truth is on your side, and the falsehood has fallen. Your face is yours. Your name is sacred, and your future is untouched. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.